Last time on D&D, Session 2, just general D&D stuff about my world. This time I'm going to talk about something called the Hollowing. Hollowing. So what I like to do is I do like to incorporate actual holiday events that happen here on Earth, such as Halloween, Christmas, and stuff like that, into the game and just add that little extra fun flavor of having that sort of theme to a session. For one of my games, I wanted to include a Halloween session, but I don't want to make it Halloween. I want to make it something unique to my world. And so as I kind of sat there and thought about it, I wanted something that sounded like Halloween, but wasn't Halloween. So I ended up coming up with this idea called the Hollowing. Now, the way the Hollowing works is every year on the same day, an event known as a Hollowing occurs. On this night, it's also known as the Harvesting. It's essentially where the sun and the two moons essentially all eclipse over one another, and this eclipse creates darkness in the world for a whole 12 hours versus a normal eclipse. During the Hollowing, it is basically pure darkness for 12 hours. There is no starlight, no moon, no nothing. And during this time, the barrier between life and death is at its weakest. And also, the barrier between magic becomes very, very unstable. And it's said that powerful demons can harvest the souls of those being born into the world, essentially stealing souls before they actually reach the individual's body, which leads to children being born without a soul or being born stillborn. There are children who are born without souls. They do survive basically being born into the world without souls, but essentially they have no moral compass at all. They don't understand right and wrong. These pure souls are essentially harvested by these demons to increase their demonic powers exponentially. The demons can then cross through the veil and enter the mortal plane, where they can harvest additional souls. This wreaks havoc on magic during this time because the barrier becomes very unstable. So any spells that are cast during the Hollowing basically have the effect of a wild magic. So someone may cast Magic Missile and end up casting Fireball. So during this time, magic is very unstable, so a lot of casters are very weary for 12 hours of not using magic. The story goes that long ago, a farmer whose wife was about to give birth during the Hollowing went out on the farm, found like the largest pumpkin he could find, and he carved a ferocious face upon it to give it a very demonic look. And he asked the church to come by and basically bless this pumpkin, make it seem magical in nature. The idea was that he had basically created something to frighten demons away, or make it seem like this house has already been taken by this big, powerful demon sitting in the doorway. The priest was able to assist the farmer in delivering the child, and the demons were kept at bay. The child was born safely into the world despite the Hollowing. This created a tradition in the world of locating the largest pumpkins, placing it at city gates or in front of houses, and carving demonic faces in there to make it appear that these houses have already been claimed by demons, that demons traveling through the veil shouldn't look here. This house is already taken. And this also created another tradition where people in the city or the town would dress up in weird costumes and kind of parade around the town and visit one another's houses to make it appear that demons are already investigating other houses to keep demons at bay. Naturally, this all ties into the whole idea of going to one another's house, dressed up in costume during Halloween, and that's how that basically comes about. So this event is known as the Hollowing, and I've used this every time when one of the games falls near Halloween. And the reason I'm bringing this up is in Session 3 of The Arrival happens to fall on Halloween, where I did a Hollowing event for them that made it very much like a Halloween thing. So I just wanted to cover the Hollowing so people who listen to The Arrival will know what the Hollowing is. I'm done talking about the Hollowing. Go listen to Session 3 of The Arrival.
Hollowing.